start to wrap this all up and get a vision for going forward. But I know there's one other question over here, and Rod, I think it was your question, that I think it's valuable again to address to the group and kind of what is this all for? What's the purpose of this? And you know, yeah, we may get requests from the legislature or from the public or whatever, but what's the priority on it? And I'll go back to again another example that I know there's some of you in here that are certainly aware of it, is the drop-down coverage bill that we had, that our legislature comes forward as how big of an issue is it? We've got the plaintiff's attorneys, and not all plaintiff's attorneys are bad, so I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination, but we've got the plaintiff's attorneys on one side saying we've got to adjust this, we've got to make this change, consumers are getting harmed, and oh my God, the world is on fire. And they come to us, how big of a problem is it, John? How many policies in North Dakota have drop-down coverage in it? Well, we do kind of an informal call, an informal request, and we've got some anecdotal data. We've got a couple over here, one maybe does it over here, one doesn't do it over here, but there's nothing to bring forward to say, in North Dakota, there are 13 companies that offer this product, and there are only 3,200 people who are using it, or what the universe is. And the same with some of this stuff, whereas if we get into getting a more consistent data usage, you know, you can see folks coming forward and, oh my God, they're not covering our roofs, we've got enough complaints now, we had a hailstorm roll through and we had 50 complaints on not covering the roofs the appropriate way. We're gonna pass a law now that mandates you cover it at an increased rate or whatever that is. All this to get back to is bad policies made on bad data, and so you know, whether or not it's necessarily a priority for you and for where you are at in your company right now, I can't make that assumption for you. I can't make that decision for you, but I can tell you that when decisions are made in the legislature, if we don't have something to combat that or something to have some of the discussions about, they're inevitably going to tip one way. They're inevitably going to tip probably towards those damn insurance companies are screwing over the consumers. And that, as a regulator and as a consumer advocate, and that's what we do, right? But if that's not the true story, I need the data to be able to say that. I need the data to be able to combat some of that stuff. And so that's where the level of priority and level of interest is for us, is to be able to keep North Dakota a vibrant marketplace and a good place to do business. And I think there's going to be an opportunity as this market changes to make changes, to make it even more attractive to do business here, to make it even more attractive to do things in this marketplace. And I'd much rather be on the forefront of it than reacting to it. And so it may seem like a simple request and we've got a simple question and we can't necessarily answer the question. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Maybe it hasn't yet. There hasn't been probably too much bad policy made from this, but it's something that we always get. And when something slips through, it's probably because we didn't have the appropriate data or the discussion point to fight that back. And this is a good step. I like the idea, and I think it would be, and you please feel free to speak freely, but I think something like this would be, a nice soft step into it. Could be useful for everybody, including companies, consumers, and us, to start driving to, okay, here's some more information for the consumers, here's some more information for the companies, so we can all know what our appropriate universe is and what's real and what's not real. And so I think this could be a good first soft step into it to maybe help show that value a little more for you all, and you know, an opportunity for us to again expand upon our consumer education and help in that area. So I'm excited about it. I think this was really good. I apologize I wasn't here for most of the morning, but to be honest, I've been through a lot of that already. So, but I thank you for taking the time. Thank you for spending the day with us. And this isn't the last you'll hear on this. And so I encourage you to stay engaged and continue to work through this, because, like I said at the beginning, none of this works without you guys. None of this works without the companies supporting it and being supportive of it. I'm not necessarily looking to fight that fight. I'm looking to enhance and help grow our state. I don't need to pick a fight with folks. And so if you can commit to staying engaged and at least being a part of the process, that goes a long way for us into making sure that we do the right thing at the end of the day. So thank you all, everybody, for coming, and I really, really appreciate it.
Thank you.